Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. This is so nice to see you all here. Happy? My name is Gabriella Scarlatta, and I have the privilege of serving as the Provost and Executive Chancellor, Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. On behalf of Chancellor Domenico Grasso, the administration, faculty, and staff, it is a pleasure to welcome you to the Spring 2022 commencement ceremony. Today, we recognize the winter semester undergraduates of the College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters, and of the College of Education, Health, and Human Services at the University of Michigan, Dearborn. There is another ceremony later today that will recognize the graduates from the College of Business and from the College of Engineering and Computer Science. I now ask that you please take a moment to make sure that your cell phone is off or any other communication devices, please. Thank you. At this time, we ask that you rise and remove your caps for the Star Spangled Banner. Active duty and veterans may keep their caps on while rendering a military salute. Women can keep their hats on, by the way. All right. You may be seated again. I would now like to introduce today's platform party. Please stand when your name is called, and please hold your applause until the end. Chancellor Domenico Grasso, you will hear from him later in the ceremony. Mr. Ken Kettenbill, Vice Chancellor for External Relations. Dr. Amy Finley, Dean of Students. Ms. Melissa Stone, Associate Provost for Enrollment Management.
On behalf of my colleagues on the University of Michigan Board of...
Okay, not yet, not yet. Dr. Marie Wong, Associate Dean, College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters. Dr. Ann Lampkin-Williams, Dean of the College of Education, Health, and Human Services. Dr. Christopher Burke, Interim Chair, College of Education, Health, and Human Service, and today's name reader. And Dr. Wissam El-Maligi, Assistant Professor, College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters, and today's name reader. Joining these individuals are representatives of the University of Michigan Dearborn faculty. These individuals are the intellectual and operational backbone of our university. Would the member of the faculty on the platform and in the audience please rise and receive recognition. We are also joined today by 6 students who have been selected by their academic units to receive the Chancellor's or Dean Medallion. They will be introduced to you by their deans later in the ceremony. Finally, today's sign language services are provided by Death Can from Sylvan Lake. Thank you. We will begin today's program with greetings from Regents Michael Beam. Regent Beam has recorded his message for today's ceremony.
On behalf of my colleagues on the University of Michigan Board of Regents, I'm delighted to welcome each of you to today's commencement ceremony. It is also an honor to celebrate this significant milestone with you, our accomplished students, and your proud families, friends, and guests. Among our responsibilities as a board is the privilege of approving and granting degrees. You worked hard for this day, and the past few years have added additional challenges and obstacles along your path. However, you all persevered and are stronger because of these experiences. Please remember to thank those who have supported you along the way, as they too rejoice in your success. Today, you leave U of M Dearborn as the leaders and best, equipped to contribute to, and yes, even transform your respective fields, communities, and society. I hope, as you go out into the world, you remember the lessons Michigan has instilled in you, including searching for the potential in every opportunity and working to overcome roadblocks that may arise along the way. We hope that you will stay connected to your Michigan family and wish you the very best. Congratulations, class of 2022. Good luck, and wherever you go, go blue.
Thank you, Regent Beam. Today's student speaker is Hallie Mancuso. Hallie is a College of Engineering and Computer Science student who graduates with a Bachelor of Science in Bioengineering. She was selected in a competitive application process among her peers to represent her class today. Hallie has recorded her remarks for this ceremony and will deliver them live today, later at her ceremony later. Sorry. I welcome Hallie virtually to the ceremony.
Greetings to University Regents, Chancellor Grasso, Interim Provost Scarlatta, our college deans, friends and family, and most importantly, those graduating today. My name is Hallie. I have sat alongside most of you in the classroom, attended the Biomedical Engineering Society meetings, and pride myself in being a woman in STEM with a passion for inspiring the next generation. I am grateful for the opportunity to address you here today, and it is my hope to serve as an inspiration for life after graduation. Now I know what everyone is thinking. I have finally made it. I'm going to walk across that platform and then be handed the single most important and expensive piece of paper ever, and then start my life in the big world. The increasing realization that every single stress-filled late night spent studying is over, that every group project, 15-page lab report, and mathematical calculation that took way more time than it needed to is completed. This all alludes to the exciting and overwhelming realization that college is hard. College is a time sacrifice, and the high expectations and pressures bring way to academic, social, economic, and mental challenges that at times are tough to bear. But it is a privilege. We have completed our extensive education at the University of Michigan Dearborn and now make our way into the next steps of our lives. With our heads held high, we apply for jobs, start looking at relocations, or for some, graduate school, which leads the way for full-time employment. Even though we have smiles on our faces and confidence, I will be the first to admit, venturing out can be overwhelming. To bridge this gap between academics and our next steps, I wanted to share some insights that will serve as an inspiration during this transition. Number one, purpose. self-worth doesn't come from a GPA or job performance. It is so much greater than that. Number 2, passion. A quote from Ali Abdaal resonated with me. Enjoying what you do is the most consistent way to be productive. Number 3, accountability. Responsibility will take you very far on the path to becoming a solution finder. And when in doubt, asking for help can make all the difference. Number 4, give back. Reinvest in your friends, teammates, community, and those around you by being a mentor. With these in mind, I can say wholeheartedly that I stand here ready, that we are ready. Push forward and let those tough moments define who you are. Use your purpose and passions to create a life that you want to live. Take accountability for your actions and remain confident that you have the skills to succeed. Your education is invaluable, and always be willing to give back. Years from now, be absolutely sure that you can say you chose your life and you didn't settle for it. Congratulations, class of 2022. Good luck and go blue.
Very nice remarks from Hallie. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our commencement speaker, Dearborn Mayor Abdallah Hammoud. The proud son of immigrant parents, Mayor Abdallah Hammoud has been an unwavering advocate for his hometown of Dearborn for more than a decade. As mayor, he is committed to reinventing government to deliver results for working families and residents in every corner of his city. In 3 terms representing Dearborn in the Michigan House of Representatives, Mayor Hammoud has pushed for resources and shaped policy to improve quality of life and create a more resilient city. He remains committed to addressing Dearborn's aging infrastructure while pursuing innovative solutions to mitigate chronic flooding and upgrade technology to improve the city's operations. His deep roots in environmental advocacy date back to his election as the youngest member for the Michigan League of Conservation Voters in 2014. As a state representative, he rallied the community to hold polluters accountable and provided the blueprint for Dearborn's air quality policies. Blending his background in epidemiology and finance, Mayor Hammoud has also served as a state and national health expert, advising major healthcare systems where he developed strategies to maximize revenue streams, create cost-saving strategies, and identify gaps in healthcare coverage. He is a product of Dearborn Public Schools and a 3-time graduate of the University of Michigan, earning his undergraduate degree, like our graduates today, like you today, from the University of Michigan, Dearborn. I now welcome Mayor Hammoud virtually to our ceremony.
Faculty and staff, families, and the graduates of the class of 2022. It's an honor to join you on this special occasion. To the university administration, if you can somehow pull some strings and get me an honorary doctorate in medicine, my mother would be deeply appreciative. Although still disappointed, I'm not an actual physician. My name is Abdallah Hammoud, and I have the privilege of serving as mayor of my hometown, Dearborn, Michigan. I am also a proud University of Michigan Dearborn graduate. By now, you already know what it means to carry a Michigan degree. It means joining a highly accomplished alumni base you'll soon encounter in every walk of life. Today, however, I want to focus on the hyphenated name of your school, not just the Michigan difference, but the Dearborn difference. As you studied here, all the complexities and challenges of the modern world were playing out right outside your classroom window, whether you knew it or not. And those challenges demand our collective effort. Once the birthplace of innovation rooted in the auto industry, Dearborn continues to face the reality of a post-industrial economy and must reinvent itself for the future. In a region not exactly known for extreme weather, we stared down the nightmare of global climate change when a 1,000-year flood devastated the homes of so many of our neighbors. Every day, ordinary people on either side of Evergreen Road battle substance use disorder and addiction, reflecting the long road ahead to treat addiction as a public health issue. And you need not travel far from this campus to see what the other end of a global refugee crisis looks like. This is where many families across the world come to build a life outside the ravages of war and poverty, where they reinvent themselves and thrive. The hyphen Dearborn on your diploma can sometimes feel a little local, as if Dearborn, the 7th largest city in the state and growing, is too small. The reality is that Ann Arbor has 120,000 residents, and not a single one knows how to make a respectable shawarma sandwich. But as you studied here in Dearborn, there was a good chance that the person seated next to you was the first in their family to attend college. You no doubt met someone who spoke another language, who had lived in another part of the world. You got to see so many different journeys and detours towards the American dream, and learn better than most what a vibrant, messy, multicultural democracy looks like. The Dearborn difference is exactly that. It's knowing that the hyphen on your degree is an invitation to understand the world through a local lens. Yes, the world contains Dearborn, but Dearborn also contains the world. And so this city offered you a blueprint to construct a well-rounded worldview. While I believe the city is special, the reality is that you can always find universal truths in every local experience. Every struggle and triumph you read about in the news exists right here, no matter where here is. What I wish for you more than anything in this next chapter of your lives is that you see the local as a lens into the universal, that you can root yourself in something larger no matter where you are. Allow me to now leave you with a few pieces of advice. Number one, as you work towards your goals, having faith in yourself will sometimes feel irrational. I was 25 years old when I decided to leave my desk job and run for public office. Politics as a profession is not particularly kind to young people. You have to raise money and convince people twice your age that they should listen to you. When I shared my plans to run for state representative, almost everyone said I was too young, too inexperienced, or hadn't waited my turn. It's easy to believe what other people say about you, but my response was always the same. I'm not asking for permission. I'm asking for support. I encourage you to do the same, because for some of you, especially those pursuing non-traditional careers, that permission may never come. Faith is the raw material to create your own permission when no one else believes in your vision. Number two, everyone is on their own timeline, and you shouldn't feel pressure to succeed overnight. This may seem like a contradiction speaking to you as a 32-year-old mayor, but we live in a society that glorifies early achievement more than lasting achievement. If you feel an urgency to do something, by all means do it. But I can tell you, driving to Lansing at 26 is no more glamorous than it is at 56. It's the quality of your work that ultimately counts. Your place here today is the result of countless others who propelled you forward through their efforts, sacrifice, and example. And there's simply no substitute for hard work and perseverance, which are not always measured in time. Number three, if you take the entrepreneurial route and happen to open up a sandwich shop in Ann Arbor, and that sandwich shop happens to sell shawarma sandwiches, do not add hot sauce and cabbage to one of God's finest creations. The lesson here is stick to the fundamentals and you will undoubtedly succeed. Finally, number four, you will encounter countless views and arguments in the professional world. But remember that what people respect above all is authenticity. Embrace what you do know and be sincere about what you don't. In a world where image often feels more immediate than substance, where we sometimes engage more with constructed selves online than actual selves in person, being genuinely yourself is a radical act, but it's always the right one. Class of 2022, you made Dearborn your home for the last few years. This place has given you the tools to improve the world for the better, no matter where you choose to take them. Congratulations, and I wish you a bright and healthy future ahead. Go Blue.
Thank you, Mayor Hammoud. We are honored to call you an alum and friend of our campus indeed. It is now my pleasure to present our degree candidates. Will Dean Lampkin Williams please come up to the podium?
Chancellor Grasso and Provost Scarlata, today we are honoring students who have completed all academic requirements for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Education, Health, and Human Services at the University of Michigan, Dearborn. Candidates for degrees are recommended by their faculties and presented before you today. Will the candidates receiving their baccalaureate degree from the College of Education, Health, and Human Services please stand when your degree is named, and please remain standing. Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of General Studies. Bachelor of Science. You may now be seated. 3 College of Education, Health, and Human Services undergraduate students have been recognized as Dean Medallion winners. They were selected based on their outstanding academic achievements. These students are Miraj Al-Haq, Amani Abolane, and Raina Schwar. Thank you for standing to be recognized. You may be seated. It is now my pleasure to invite Associate Dean Marie Wong to the podium.
Chancellor Grasso and Provost Scarlata, today we are also honoring students who have completed all academic requirements for baccalaureate degrees from the College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters at the University of Michigan, Dearborn. Candidates for degrees are recommended by their faculties and presented before you today. Will the candidates receiving their baccalaureate degree through the College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters please rise as their degree is named, and then please stay standing. Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, and Bachelor of Science. You may be seated now. 2 College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters undergraduate students have been recognized as Dean Medallion winners based on their outstanding academic achievements. These students are Tejas Athavale and Katarina Moore. We are also fortunate to have a College of Arts, Sciences, and Letters student awarded the Chancellor's Medallion winner, Zenon Summers. You may read their bios in your program. I encourage you to do so. They are very impressive. So Tejas, Katarina, and Zenon, congratulations. It is now my pleasure to invite our candidates up to the stage for public recognition. Name readers, I now invite you to your podiums. And graduates, please wait for an usher to call your row.
Hi.
Okay. If the name is not sort of very clear, the pronunciation, I'll ask. Yeah. Okay. I don't know who's starting, me or Chris on the other side. Let's see. Okay, sorry. Sure. So we're alternate. We're alternating. He starts first, then I next. Yeah.
Mohammed Shaban Yassin. Joshua Mark Guadan.
Amani Abul Ainin.
Jillian Rahaleen.
Rania Ali Surur.
Caitlin Becker.
Katerina Elizabeth Moore.
Tarek Bawardi.
Tejas Arvali.
Ali Juin.
Zanan Summers.
Osama Habil.
Miraj Al Haq.
Asma Al-Jami.
Mahmoud Qais Awad.
Doha Ubash.
Rima Al Humaidi.
Diamond Schillingberg.
Megan Lynch.
Madia Musavi.
Cassidy Sandelin.
Kayla Caudell.
Emily Michelle LeBlanc.
Angel Allen.
Micah Marie Early. Maha Al Maawri.
Sohan Patil.
Chantal Asaf.
Muhammad Amin Zain.
Alison Jacqueline Elaine Valoli.
John Calvin Charlie III.
Rajane Wells.
Marshall Liam Riddell.
Raveen Danielle Clanton.
Grace Haley Tate.
Sidra Siddiqui.
Zanab Muhammad Siraj.
Tierra Mitchell. Cameron Nelson.
Marwa Alhamdani.
Ella Nimitz. Jessica Hilberg.
Marwa Nazi Haching.
Claudia Hamoud.
Haley Michelle Tizio.
Emily Rose O'Donnell.
Leanne Shamey.
Noor Mehyar.
Madison Elaine Good.
Musi Wang.
Sydney Kelly.
Madison Yokum.
Mason Kikil Aquino. Sorry.
Alisa Fraser.
Aisha Abraham Abdul.
Lauren Wilson.
Aya Ishmael.
Courtney Todd. Hassan Hamade.
Amy Tracy. Ala Abakajija.
Siham Muhammad Al-Mihtar. Hannah Al-Jubari.
Angelise Leon Rodriguez.
Zainab Qubaisi.
Dina Conso.
Azizi Jirushi.
Jacob Daniel Petrick.
Zainab Abdullah.
Brianne Michelle Alspa.
Nisreen Sharara.
Muna Musa Nasir.
Iman Hujaj.
Lydia Alajami.
Danielle
Majid.
Kopiku.
Raja Majidi.
Danielle Kopiku.
Doha Al-Sad.
Dante Russell.
Bintu Augustine.
Jaida Fuch.
Iman Imad Gandura.
Ru'a Zaghloul.
Safa Jose.
William H. Brook III.
Mir Haidar Zeda.
Muhammad Ali.
Hiba Khatib.
Noor Hamad.
Hadia Nassar.
Elizabeth Moore.
Farah Jama.
Muhammad Abbas.
Susan Alazani.
Alexa Foja.
Nikola Vulovic.
Carson Beller.
Mustafa Hamid.
Paul Ramos.
Brooke Madgwick.
Mariam Ubaid.
Hassan El Ghul.
Mackenzie Cortez.
Brianna Julia Pletcher.
Hannah Sigler.
Riley John Maza.
Farah Bilal Nasrallah.
Nathaniel Pastano.
Kelsey Ziegler.
Nathan Kendall Lawrence.
Alicia Rose Davis.
Marissa J. McElmore.
Sarah Beisinger.
Scott Madden.
Asma Hussain.
Carla Hoon.
Katie Gallagher.
Zeta Abbas Hanani.
Natalie Markachumian.
Silan Bedun.
Rachel Pauline.
Mackenzie Prater.
Hannah Butson.
Gracie Safroni.
Hadil As-Sanad.
Haley Brighton.
Olivia Colburn.
Anaya Khalil.
Kiwan Valentine.
Sarifa Hadir Buzzy.
Jessica Hayes.
Raneem Daoud.
Dana Divine.
Josephine Smarika.
Kylie Cornwell.
Zoe Kimlick.
Autumn TCO. McKenna
Celia.
Baldwin. Sorry.
Celia Mendoza.
Victoria Gimmick.
Yanisa Chamley.
Hannah Elukari.
Aya Alhamini.
Benny Kane.
Ala Isa. Joshua Coulter.
Petro Damoni Chorm.
Elise Renee Higgs.
Haley Devoy. Sarah Kawas.
Zain Mohammed Berry. Ali Haydus.
Kiera McKinney.
Alan Shahimi.
Andrew Valmir.
Siraj Farhat.
Cameron Wynn.
Ahawara Hassan.
Benjamin Bartley.
Addison Hope Musson.
Raymond Field.
Josh Kurt Musson.
Sanita Wilkes.
Kathleen Ann Quirk.
Muhammad Wahbe.
Zachary Orion Hurd.
Khalid Napi.
Mariam Azuaid.
Brandy Clark.
Muhammad Al-Shara.
Ali Arida Shoker.
Bianca Colon.
Mustafa Ghazi.
Abigail Elizabeth Reardon.
Steven Stiletsky.
Danielle Lynn Wojcik.
Connor Clark.
Megan Kelly Rayburn.
Yeswul Ha.
Taya Marie Sosa.
Olivia Buttle.
Caitlin Cynthia Ann Jodway. Cameron Teresa Zarowski. Mirinda Kristen Farudis.
Micah Marsh.
Danielle Mackey.
John Ai.
Dalia Ali Rashani.
Dax Prophet.
Naveen Hajasan.
Reem Mashrah.
Lee Farquhar.
Rachel Lutzko. Nicolina
Odis-
Ron Maddy.
Odisura Agiles. Bernice Serratos.
Carolyn Irving.
Kristen Lynn Engels.
Luke Austin.
Amanda Sue Gillum.
Mario Chavez.
Amber Hope Pryor.
Nicholas Schmucker.
Colette Alexis Kramer.
Wendy King.
Hannah Lynn Barton.
Alexander Schreck.
Megan Aber.
Manal Yusuf Khan.
Miguel Angel Martinez Brito.
Joseph William Hughes.
Pandora Pando.
Daniel Maudlin.
Sarah Alyssa Cipriano. Alea Salih.
John Shaheen. Jenna Sahara Hashim.
Lana Almatrud.
Rana Amouche.
Batul Shani. Hiba Oseli.
Ali Zabib. Kelly Keys.
Fauzi Bazi.
Julia Wicker.
Mahdi Saab.
Sara Muqbil.
Ali Hamadi.
Elizabeth Likens.
Mahdi Sabat Draja.
Sasha Ray Valdez Freeman.
Mahdi Daklala.
Cyan Jones.
Arkan Sablani. Jamil Isa Alzin.
Juliana Rose Roblewski.
Ib Zakar.
Sissy Astrid Rodriguez.
Jean Grandy.
Melissa Rose Zamet.
Jonathan J. Bilko.
Joel Faqih.
Amber Puckett.
Ibtisam As-Sana'i.
Kevin Wu.
Mawadda Abdullah.
Joshua Michael Polgar.
Iman Fadl Jassim.
Giovanni Morris.
Kristen Abraham.
Michelle Lafferty.
Hiba Hassan Mazannar.
Drew Joseph Jordan.
Ruby Joel.
Samantha Maruli.
Ria Sanjana Kakade.
Fatma Isam Esablani.
Davida Marie Mays.
Umir Lodi.
Noah Drennan.
Joseph Michael Herman.
Juliet Malinik.
Adam Nelson.
Muhammad Fawaz.
Seve Ajem.
Fatma Nassar.
Hala Hassan Muhammad.
Hatim Yahfoufi.
Fatima Ibrahim Clate.
Donald Hannibal Rhoda.
Sierra Princess Marie Miles.
Tyrone Ontario Brunnett.
Dominic Fioretti.
Muhtasan Sadman.
Alyssa Elizabeth Boy.
Bruga Patel.
Sierra Simone Murphy.
Rachel Dudek.
Mason Spencer.
Nabiha Shakil.
Ahmad Muhammad.
Hannah Marie Basley.
Emily Elizabeth Ferrancello.
Emma Morin.
Leo Davila Castro.
Mark Anthony Camelo Patera.
Alexis Happy.
Nicholas Abu Zahra.
David Wido.
Natasha Bacco.
Hawa Al-Nasari.
Cameron Johnson.
Shadi Hagzazi.
Ovidio Apinetti.
Brianna Wooten.
Zainab Qasim Jafar.
Giselle Semperio.
Rajveer Singh.
Mona Aya Borjak.
Mareem Emil Sitito.
Drew Harper.
Mallory Lloyd.
Mariam Dawas.
Nicole محمد ظافر قباني.
Serene El-Mosri.
Shanae Cooper.
Ruqayya Rabi Naji.
Adam Grote.
Fatima Rabi Najib.
Silas Johnson.
Hanan Tlais.
Mika Douglas.
Cindy Hakim.
Shade Knight Lemons.
Maya Audi.
Mariah Taylor. Razan Salim Al-Maymani. Lubna Khamis Hamid Al-Nasri. Duha Muhammad Al-Rasul. Ghufran Fadil.
I really want to thank our name readers. I hope you understand how tough of a job that is. So thank you, Dr. Burke, and thank you, Dr. Emeligi, for a round of applause. We would now like to acknowledge students receiving academic honors. Those students graduating with distinction have an asterisk by their names in the commencement program. For students graduating with high distinctions, they have a double asterisk by their names in the commencement program. Those students receiving distinction and high distinction honors are wearing gold or gold and blue cords. Will graduates who have attained this level of excellence please rise and be acknowledged? A number of graduates with us today who have successfully completed the requirements for one of 3 signature programs, including the Honors Program, Honor Transfer Innovator, and the M-Talent Program. Would the graduates of these programs please stand? Thank you. Many candidates here today are wearing a variety of cords and stoles that represent the various societies to which they belong. Finally, those wearing a red, white, and blue cord signify veterans of the United States Armed Forces. Yes, please go ahead and stand. Go ahead and stand. Thank you. Thank you. It is my pleasure now to invite our Chancellor, Domenico Grasso, to the podium to address the class of 2022.
Thank you, Provost Scarlata, and welcome. Today, you become graduates of the University of Michigan, Dearborn. Today, April 30th, 2022 is a day that you'll always remember. It's the day that you first begin to forget everything you learned in college. And some overachievers probably got a head start. But as Mark Twain quipped, what remains will be your true education. This is the day that you've been working toward. Even if you're a little sad that your college experience is coming to a conclusion, you should be proud of all your accomplishments. I also want to acknowledge those who have joined you at this ceremony. They have served as your support system. They offered encouragement, advice, and help, both financial and emotional, when needed. Please, anyone here who has assisted these graduates to get to where they are today, please stand and be recognized by our graduates and university leaders. We must also thank our distinguished faculty and our dedicated staff for their hard work and commitment to providing our students with an unparalleled education. You are among a fortunate minority on this planet and in this country. Only a third, or just a little over a third, of Americans have a college degree. You may think that it's much more than that because people with college degrees tend to hang out with people with college degrees. But only a third, 2/3, don't have a college degree. What you have done is a worthy undertaking. What you've learned here can never be taken from you. Your Michigan degree is part of who you are. Your ability to think creatively and critically while communicating persuasively will serve you for the rest of your lives. It also means that you have a responsibility to try and help others. What you do and how you live impacts those around you in innumerable ways. You will have the chance to make a positive change in the world, and when that opportunity arrives, I hope you seize it. Remember, to whom much is given, much is expected. I will leave you with only one piece of advice. Pay attention, all right? This is the only advice I'm going to give you. Develop a growth mindset. Stay curious. Keep reading and learning, especially about things with which you are unfamiliar. We do not stop being curious because we get old. We get old because we stop being curious. To borrow an aphorism from German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche, our maturity rests in having regained the seriousness we once had as a child at play. Remember that and stay young. The class of 2022 is going to contribute great things to our society. I am confident that you will take the knowledge and skills you've learned here at U of M Dearborn and build a better tomorrow for all of us. Now, will all the candidates for graduation please rise? Wonderful. You know, at some commencement ceremonies, they're asleep and they don't even get up when I say that because they don't know I'm talking about them. I'm so delighted that you're all paying attention here. By the authority of the state of Michigan, vested in the regents of this university, and by them delegated to me, I now confer upon you the degrees which have been recommended by your faculties, together with all the rights, privileges pertaining thereto. You may now turn your tassels from the right to the left. Congratulations. You may be seated. I now welcome you to the Society of Learned Men and Women and to the work you are now prepared to do and the service you're obliged to render. Today, you join the pantheon of distinguished Michigan alumni, nearly 650,000 strong, who have defined the world in which we now live. It is now your turn to change the world ahead. I wish you every fortune and good success. Remember that the victors write history. So now it's time for you to go out and write the next chapter. Go big, go proud, and forever go blue. Congratulations.
This concludes our commencement ceremony. I wish you a wonderful day, and again, congratulations. Go Blue and go Dearborn.